Hi everyone, my name is Sarah. I'm a new mom, first time. I have a 6-week-old baby, and like everyone else, you're probably concerned about trying to monitor your baby while you're trying to get a little bit of rest, worrying if they're sleeping, breathing, turning, all of that. So I'm obsessive about it, and I had some issues when we first started off. My baby was admitted back into the hospital with a high grade fever, and he had sepsis due to an infection. I can get into that into another video if people are interested. But that being said, I want to monitor him. I want to know his temperature. I want to know if he's breathing. I want to know if he's flipped over. It'd be nice to know his heart rate, but I've got many different sensors that I can review for you because I have tried them all. The first one I wanted to review on this video was Sensue. It's the Baby Monitor 2. So there is a Baby Monitor 1, and I noticed that the difference is that this one comes with an actual base that you can monitor with the sensor, and the original one you can get with or without. The first one you can monitor ambient temperature, which is the temperature of the room. This one you can monitor ambient temperature, which temperature of the room, or the baby's skin temperature, which is what I was worried about because he had fever. That was very high, it was 102. So, that being said, I wanted to go ahead and review this. The actual temperature on this unit is amazing. It tells a very accurate temperature of the room and a very accurate skin temperature, I would say, because I'm taking it axillary, which is the armpit. That should be the closest to the skin temperature. If you're taking it rectally, of course, the temperature is going to be higher. But this is just kind of like a safety, you don't want to go off of this temperature, but it's kind of just to cue you to check his temperature. So with this, in the box, open it up here, it's a tiny box. It comes with the plug for the base. This is the base right here. It does have a ring around it that flashes. So there's different ring colors for what's going on with the baby to warn you. And this right here is the actual sensor. It does come with an extra clip, which is nice because I've heard that they break. I mean, when you're taking it on and off the diaper all day, of course you're gonna have some wear and tear on these things. So it's really awesome that Sensue put an extra piece in there. So this is the clip right here, and it goes right on the baby's diaper. So if you're wanting to check the baby's skin temperature, the clip goes on the outside of the diaper. The sensor goes on the inside of the diaper. That will check the skin temperature. Now, if you want to check the temperature of the room, this is actually going to be flipped to face outward. Okay? So that will actually check the temperature of the room, and you can change that setting in the app. I am just an average mom. I know nothing about video editing or YouTube or any of the other video things. I'm tired of tech, so I just wanted to review these so other mothers know about these devices and the pros and the cons of each, because I couldn't find that much information out there about that. Not sponsored, not sent anything. Actually, I'm going to return some of these sensors, not naming which ones, because they did not work for me and my baby, but they could help you. So this one I really like because of the temperature. It monitors if they're turned over too. So if it flips over, it will alert you. That's great for when the baby's starting to, learn how to flip in the middle of the night and they turn over on their stomach. And also the temperature is a very good plus. The unit itself is actually very thin compared to most. And it's, I would say, the least invasive type monitor because a lot of them you have to wrap and big clips and everything else. I mean, it's just bulky for a little tiny baby. I mean, I had big baby. My baby was born 9 pounds, 6 ounces, and he's now 14 pounds, and he's only 6 weeks old. So on a little baby, this would help because some of the other devices are very bulky. This would be the smallest device, I would say, that I've tried. All right, so on the sensor, I want to go ahead and show you this app here that they give you. All right, so like I said, new mom, I do not know how to do this video editing, but I wanted to go ahead and show you the actual app on the phone. Now it does have the base right here, which also warns you. You can keep it by your bedside. The different rings change colors to indicate what's going on with your baby and the alert that it's sending off. This is more detailed. It shows that the baby is on its back because the sensor is flipped down. You flip it over. It should show that the baby is on its stomach. And it's alarming you right now to let you know that the baby is on its stomach. It takes it a second. All right, so that's the alert there, and it turns blue. All right, and then right here, and you can tap the base to make it be quiet also, because that does get annoying. But when you're asleep at night, that does wake you up. Okay, so right here, it tells you the temperature, and then it shows you the breathing right there. And you can turn the device on and off by hitting that button right there. Right here, I have the baby's name. You've got settings, and you can manage your devices. You can actually track your activity here. And with everything else, it's just a simple device, nothing crazy. It'll show you the actual the temperature right there too. But right now it's registering because I've got the sensor right here. But that's about it on the Sensio. The negatives, well, let's start with the positives. The positives are that it tracks temperature, and temperature's not, I'm not right on, but I'm saying it's accurate enough to alert you when to check their temperature for a fever. And then also, if the room is too cold, it's also very accurate on that too, depending on which way you want to face it. It can't do both at the same time though. That being said, I love the sensor because it is accurate about the flipping over on the back. When they get a little bit older, that will be an issue. But the one problem I do have is it's showing that he has a breathing rate when he does not. It shows sometimes that he's breathing when it's not even clipped on him. I do not like that about that device because if he stops breathing, it'll still show that he is breathing sometimes, and that terrifies me. But it will alert you if his temperature is too high, too low. You can set those, and it will alert you if he's on his back or on his belly. And also, you can have it alert you to if he stops breathing. I did not have that though because it kept saying he had respirations when it was not even attached to him. So that's the reason I would not suggest this unit. But if you're going for the temperature and you're going to see if your baby flipped on its back or not, and you want something that's a little smaller and then actually has like an alert device, this is amazing. But for breathing, it was not accurate. I do love the product. I hope they actually improve upon that because I'd like to see them go somewhere. I always like to see these companies because you want your baby to be safe, and it's just reassuring when you see these monitors. Instead of going and putting your hand on the baby all the time and waking him up in the middle of the night, you have this sensor that's right there. I mean, I do sleep right next to him, but it's just reassuring to have this. I hope you like this video. I hope it helped you decide on what you want to get. I do like the Sensue. Like I said, make sure if you're buying the Sensue, you look at the Baby Monitor 1 or 2, whether or not you want it to be their skin temperature or their ambient temperature, which is the temperature of the room. That's the main difference between the two. You can purchase the Baby Monitor original or the Baby Monitor 2 um without, sorry, that was the sensor going off again because I have it on its belly. So you can purchase each of those without the base, but I did like the base because it is alarming. It flashes the color at night to let you know whether it's the temperature, breathing, or if the baby is on its back. So it gives you all of those. So that being said, I would suggest the sensor with the base just because if you forget your phone somewhere or it's on silent or underneath your pillow, you do have the base to reassure you and monitor